AJ, I have a problem.
I do too, man. What's yours?
I think scrubbing bubbles over promises and under delivers. As somebody who's just terrible at cleaning, you see an ad and you're just like, oh, you just spray this right onto your shower liner, and like it just cleans everything automatically. I don't think that's how it works in practice. I spray. I've gone through three bottles of scrubbing bubbles, and my shower is still looking pretty rough.
What the hell's scrubbing bubble? Is that the brand?
Oh God, I knew that.
I think that's your. I think that's your first problem. Is you're buying a product called scrubbing bubbles. That sounds like some children's bubble stuff or something. I don't know.
Dude, when it comes to cleaning, I am a child. I need somebody to be like I need a sponge and I need some kind of some cleaning solution, and like if it's anything more than that, then I'm probably screwed. Am I alone in the chat? Does anybody else know what scrubbing bubbles is? By the way, dude, this is absolutely sponsored by Scrubbing Bubbles.
You need to call your mom and have her give you advice. I'm sure she has some great cleaning advice.
Yo,
for you.
Dude, I completely forgot. My mom watches this. You guys know my mom watches this. She's gonna show up like with a bucket.
She's gonna
and
be
like
so
those.
Disappointed.
Dude, no, I'm like she's not even gonna call. She's done this before, by the way. She's just shown up and knocked on the door and opened the door, and she's standing there with a bucket and those big yellow fucking rubber gloves on. She's like, I'm here to clean, and I'm like, no, I'm an adult.
Awesome Tatum says, you have to scrub.
Well, that's false advertising. The cartoon.
You think the bubbles do all the scrubbing themselves?
The cartoon bubbles in the advertisements do.
Oh my goodness! You want to know my problem before we get the show started?
Oh please!
The problem
by
is that
all means.
I sent you some stuff before the show because I was like, hey, we should talk about this. There's nothing to talk about. And then I saw the topic of the show is reviewing 100 games on sale, Brian. Now, I don't want to do anything else that I sent you because otherwise we're going to be here for 5 hours.
That's okay. All the stuff you sent me was stuff I covered on Friday already. I know you don't watch the show, AJ.
Okay,
we took care of it all already, so don't you worry about a thing. All right. You right?
Don't worry about a thing.
Oh, God.
Because every little thing, it's got to be all right. Yeah, I'm ready.
Copyright.
Just had to get that out of my system.
Let's go. This is PSVR GamesCast Live. We film live every single Monday, Wednesday, 2 hours Friday, right here on YouTube. We do it live 6 p.m. Eastern, even when it's like a holiday or something. We're working, even when you don't have to. We do it live, video style, right here on YouTube. But we also care about your audio style. That's what podcast services of your choice. That's fucking right. Dude, the podcast listeners, small group, but devoted group. They've got their whole community going on over there, right? And they're like a whole different place to post comments, and it's like a whole other thing for me to keep an eye on. Small but devoted community. So shout out to the audio listeners. My name is Brian Paul from this channel right here without Parole, and the gentleman over here to my left, your right, is AJ from the Underground PSVR Underground.
You need to listen to more metal, Brian. What is up, Brian? What is up, Game Cats? Happy Labor Day, everybody. Hopefully
is that
you
what
are
it is?
all hopefully
people weren't working. I was like jealous.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We should just all organize a collective like work strike day. The entire United States all together. We're just like, we're not going to work.
Listen, if we get together and turn this group into the cult that a lot of people already think we are, we could get not only could I get tax exemption from the government, but we could probably get our own fucking Christmas, right? Like Catmas or something, right? We could have our own holiday where we're all year forced. Don't worry, AJ. It's not going to be it's not going to be a holiday where you're forced to hang out with family. It's going to be it's going to be the holiday. It's basically going to be like Halloween 2.0, right? You didn't get enough on Halloween 1.0. Don't worry, we've got a backup Halloween for you every year on Catmas.
Hell yeah, man. Well, it's good to see you. I hope everyone's been having a great Labor Day weekend. I have been doing a couple things, been a little busy, of course. I sat down with a little chat with our good buddy Reese over there at the Cross Button podcast. And it was cool to meet him. That should be going up tomorrow on Cross Button, so keep an eye out for that. Got my video I'm super proud of. Got my first video. It was actually supposed to come out last week. So my videos are a little bit late now, but got my underrated games list, my first one, because you stole my hidden gem, so I couldn't do that anymore.
You're lucky I didn't see your underrated games list. It might still happen, because I saw your list and I was like, listen, and I don't want anyone to be mistaken here. I don't want to be like, why is Brian so mean? Because AJ's been asking that for years and we don't know the answer. But listen, I'm proud of you, and I think you make great videos, and I really enjoyed your underappreciated hidden gems one.
Did you watch it?
No.
You didn't want. You looked at the fucking timestamps.
I skimmed through it because I wanted to see what games were on the list, and I was like, where's Cosmo Dread? And so I was like, immediately I was like, I need to make my own one of these. And so, so even though you got your video out first, I feel like I will steal it. But yeah,
that's cool.
Dude, yeah, trust me. But I know how you feel, man. Though that top 30 video that I've been working around the clock on that, and it. I mean, hopefully tomorrow morning, I think, is the goal for it to be out. Like, I'm going to be working on it tonight for like probably 5-10 hours after GamesCast. And hopefully this is the final stretch. I just know, like, having that, it's like a monkey on your back. You're just like, oh, just let me get this out so I can go do the things that, like, because by the time you spent 20 hours on a video, you're kind of already done with it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you want to move on to something new and exciting. And I definitely want to do that.
Yeah, that is the first of a couple more I got coming. So I'm excited to, honestly, I'm just excited to get them over with. Like, it's not fun. It's not fun sitting there and editing when a new No Man's Sky update drops for one of your favorite games of all time, and it's a massive update. And that's like all I was thinking. That was like my biggest motivation, was like, oh my God, get this done so I can go play No Man's Sky. Get this done so I can play No Man's Sky, which luckily I did. I did some other things though this weekend. I try to mix it up, like I said, and I think it keeps you, mentally flexible, mentally healthy. And I did some hiking yesterday. Went to the pool today. I went to the pool, Brian, for the first time in a shockingly long time. I think is
this like a city pool? Is this like are there like?
Yeah, this was like a public pool. It was like a neighborhood pool. Of a friend of mine. I recently reconnected with some of my old friends that I think after 2020 we kind of fell apart a little bit, and so we got back together. That's been really cool. And they invited me out to a pool party today, and went out there. It was literally the first time I've been to a pool. Man, this is embarrassing to say, but probably like 5 or 10 years. Not even joking. Yep. Every year I keep saying, like, I'm gonna go to the pool this year. I'm gonna go to the pool. This would be my New Year's resolution, and never happened. And like, luckily, just last second, right before summer ends, I was able to get there, and it was nice. I miss going to the pool. I love swimming.
Sure. Yeah, swimming's great. Cool, man. Well, good. I'm glad you had some fun.
Yeah, been a good weekend so far.
What? Listen, when Wes and I talked about the No Man's Sky update on Wednesday, we obviously were focused on one thing and one thing only, and it was the PSSR support for the Pro. But I mean, that was just like one of so many things that got updated for that game. What I saw, I mean, the list includes skydiving and like just an insane amount of stuff of like, what have you been doing in No Man's Sky with this new update?
So every now and then, like Hello Games, they release a lot of updates for it, but every couple of updates, there's one that comes along that absolutely blows my mind. And this is that next one. They have given you the ability, Brian, to completely build ships from scratch, from every little piece and customization that you want to do. You can literally build any shape, any size, and people are going crazy with it right now. They're building mechs, they're building giant turtles, they're building giant tanks, and then they're just building all this other stuff. I have built 2 ships so far. The first one I is not ready yet. I need to probably go back to the drawing board. But I'm trying to build a dragon, Brian. I'm trying to build a giant robot dragon that I can fly around. My first attempt using just the basic starting pieces kind of ended up looking a little bit more like a baby dragon. So I'll take it. It's close, but it's going to take a lot more time. And, I'm not naturally like one of these, these people that can just like build these insane things that, you know what I mean? Like what we've seen with Cube or some bases or stuff. I'm not usually very good at that, but the second thing I built, which I haven't gotten to fly yet, is Einhander. I built the Einhander ship. I just posted about it on Twitter. It's on Twitter. It's also in the No Man's Sky in the Discord. There's a picture of it in the No Man's Sky Discord thread that you can check out. But yeah, man, this ship, I mean, this is something that people ask about for a lot of games, Brian. Like a lot of games. Starfield, people wanted this, all sorts of things. But they're literally, Hello Games is literally just kind of reading the room and just capitalizing on that and just throwing it into No Man's Sky. What everybody's wanting. Now the player base is skyrocketing once again. I saw they had almost 100,000 active users on Steam right now, but obviously several more on PlayStation. This was a big deal. This is another one of those like shake the earth Hello Games updates that is just massive. But yeah, one of the things you can do is you can jump out of the back of these ships as well, and you can spacewalk, and float around your ship in space, which is a pretty crazy feeling, especially like above a planet. And then you can actually go to that planet and then just start skydiving. I've only skydived from space once so far. I haven't done I actually want to pull up to like some, be in the atmosphere of a planet or something and then jump out like I'm actually skydiving. But it is mind blowing. It is a really, really impressive update. And on top of this, it's just all the stuff they've added over the years. And I think they've definitely made some improvements even to the base PS5 version. There's definitely been some graphical fixes, maybe a couple new things introduced, but for the most part, there's a lot of improvements on that front as well. It's pushing the PS5, the base PS5 to its absolute limit, but it's achieving it. It's not achieving it perfectly, which is where the PS5 Pro and the PSSR, comes into play. But it's achieving it, it's functioning, and it's really, really impressive stuff. They are next level over there. What they're doing.
Yeah, we were talking in the Discord voice chat yesterday or something, and you and I were saying this gives us a lot of hope for Light No Fire, to the point where Martin Griffith's dedication to PSVR2 just shows that when you have somebody it's not always the case that one person can make the difference. We talk about who's the person at Sony right now who's really advocating for PSVR2, and it doesn't seem to be anybody. And but so when you do have one person can make a difference when they're that passionate and they're like, hey, I'm going to dedicate all of this time to this. It actually gives me hope that Light No Fire could actually be could actually have PSVR2 support at launch. I'm feeling more and more confident about that every day. So, yeah, this is really good stuff, and I'm excited about getting in there. Also, I had the Einhander picture up on the screen. My only complaint: too many polygons.
Too many polygons.
Too many polygons. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a work in progress. It's really difficult. Like I said, I'm not like the usual builder type. So I'm tinkering with it. I'll just spend more time with it, and I'll get there. But it's really, really impressive update. And Dude, Light No Fire. I think Light No Fire is absolutely going to get PSVR2 support, and I think that game overall is going to be like another No Man's Sky. Maybe not. It's going to be probably not the same launch, but I think it's going to be this game that they have for 10 years or more, and it's going to be incredible to be a part of that ride. So when that comes out, and especially obviously gets VR support, we need to all jump in there, and that's going to be something really, really special, I think.
Yeah, I think so, man. I think so. Let's have a couple of these tips. We got fifth, 1972, with the Australian $2 tip, says money towards a PS5 Pro for Blue Jew. This is the most roundabout way to send money to Blue Jew I've ever seen. Listen, Blue, if you make it to GameCat Meetup 2026, I owe you $2 minus tax.
You're $2 closer.
Thanks, Fifth. We also got Zap Games with the $5 tip, says dedicated podcast listener and Lapsed PSVR2 gamer. Recommended games from the last year or so. Arcanage.
Well,
Madison. I don't know what was the last year. Metro, Alien,
Behemoth,
Subside. Oh, Subside. Subside just wants something beautiful and just fun to explore.
Demio Battles. But even better, we're going through 100 games on sale today.
I mean, we're not going to talk about every single one of them. That would be 4 hours. So let's keep that to.
I wouldn't put it past us, Brian.
No, I know. Well, I feel like we've learned our lesson the hard way when it comes to these sales. It's like let's make sure we shout out ones that maybe don't get enough appreciation and ones that are on super deep discounts, and we don't have to tackle every single game.
You mean kind of like a most underrated PSVR2 games list?
No, because if it was the most underrated PSVR2 game was Cosmo Dread would have been there. So no. Luke Sparling with the Canadian $7 says, hey baby birthday. Listen, if we can make something a thing, I think hey baby birthday, it should be a thing. He says, hey baby birthday to me, go buy yourself some cake or something. What game tonight? Arkin Round 2, Into Black, or Madison? If you haven't beaten Into Black yet, I would say get it. Go play some Into Black, dude. Apparently, the Sunday multiplayer was a huge success for Into Black. Yeah, a lot of people were real excited. They had a lot of fun, yeah, that's all I got for you.
It's good,
but
I mean, unless if it's not too soon for spooky season, like I'd say Madison.
Never too soon.
Like, I like Into Black, but Madison is like I'm ready to celebrate spooky season, so that would be my pick for now.
I feel like Into Black is the kind of game that like once you get started with it, like just fucking keep rolling until you roll credits, right? Because you kind of lose that ambition. I think if you step away for too many days, then you don't. You're like you forget what you were grinding towards. You forget what kind of weapon upgrades, and maybe you might even stop caring. And so I say stick with Into Black until you finish it. However, as we do here on Without Parole, we start celebrating spooky season as early as possible, and I think September 1st is a great time to start. So Luke, if you feel like playing Madison, then my recommendation is that you stream it because we want to hear you scream.
Yes, absolutely.
Andrew Ehrenreich with the Australian. No, that's not. I was like, that's not right. Andrew Ehrenreich doesn't send Australian money. There you go. The tip window just moved on its own. Andrew Ehrenreich with the $5 says, happy MonJay, happy spooky season. What's your spooky lineup for the season? I started off with, and everybody, let's get on the same page. Andrew Ehrenreich is doing this right. He bought a PSVR1 for the first time. He's going back. He's playing old VR games, 2016 to 2022 era. I'm very excited for him. I'm watching his comments along with Samson, a couple other people. People are going back and watching old content on Without Parole, right? It's finally happening, AJ. These old videos are finally getting some views, some for the very first time, really. And so he's playing these old PSVR1 games. He says he started the season off with Here They Lie, great game, starting the Persistence next. Here They Lie is amazing. So
Here They Lie is amazing, but I'm so glad to hear you say the Persistence, because when you tagged me the other day on X, because I started following Andrew on X, because I'm like, he posted about like playing the PT 10th anniversary in Dreams, which for those who don't know, Yeah, they finished. It's like almost 1-to-1 with the real PT, and you can play it in VR. And it's so badass. But when he saw that, I was like, okay, I need to see what else he's up to. And one of the games I mentioned, I gave him a bunch of list of games like that I could just think of real quick, and like Zing: The Land Beyond was on there, Catch and Release, a couple others. But somebody had said, like, somebody had mentioned the Persistence, and I was like, like there's always one, right? There's always something, but I was like, I should have said the Persistence, because that's literally like one of my favorite PSVR1 games. It never left. I don't think it ever left the top 10 after it came out in like 2018. I think it was always like top 10 around the 8 spot forever.
Yeah,
that game
good, and very happy that you always went to bat for it, considering you don't like roguelites.
Yeah, no, this was the game that this was a game that helped me discover my love for roguelites. On the contrary, Brian. Yeah, because it turns out that not only do I like roguelikes, but I really, really like them because I understand them better now, thanks to the Persistence and Returnal and Hellsweeper, and a couple other games that just really do it right and have progression, and also like the gameplay changes drastically with the runs.
You get the runs? Well, dude, my lineup for spooky season actually involves, to answer his question, involves finally getting some reviews out for games that I've been meaning to cover. Like the PSVR2 update for Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 1, which is a fantastic upgrade, right? I mean, like it is running. I believe it's running 90 native. It's like super high resolution, like really blacks. Like, I mean, it is terrifying. And I never reviewed, so I never even played through Help Wanted 2, and so I got to get through those games. That's on my list. I want to get the Very Bad Dreams and Get Out reviews and Brian Bites done. And so basically, it's me getting caught up on a lot of stuff. That's the goal. And if anybody has any other games that like we're missing reviews of, please let me know, and I'll add them to the list, because October is my favorite month of the year. Spooky season is awesome, and any excuse to play some horror games is a good one. Yeah,
I'm sure there's a couple I can figure out. I'll probably mix it up between maybe even PSVR1 and PSVR2, maybe. But the only thing I know for sure is actually not a PS5 like PSVR2 game. I really want to play Silent Hill 2 with UEVR on PC, because they've polished up that mod, and I just really want to play that game again. It's been a very long time, and check out the remake. But other than that, yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I don't really have like a solid game plan in place. But last Halloween, I think I did a couple like spooky season streams. I know on Halloween itself, I played Phasmophobia and Metal Hellsinger. And Phasmophobia was absolutely terrifying by myself.
Yeah, I want to play some more Phasmo. I don't know what to do with it though. I don't know. Maybe I just. I think play some Let's Plays.
I think we should do another. I think we should do another co-op stream with Phasmo. That was so much fun.
Probably. I still want to chop that down. I got all 4 streams chopped down to one video. That shit's fun. We got Andrew Bailey, Carbon TM with the 5 quid, says State of Play Wednesday. Thoughts and stuff? There is a State of Play Wednesday. It's just that new IO interactive game, right? It's one of those State of Plays where they focus on one game, and that's the end of the story. And I don't care, right? Because generally, I mean, I'm really glad that that's what they're telling us. You know, that's what it is, right? Rather than being like State of Play, and then like they started up and they're like, and today we're going to focus 30 minutes on one game, and everyone's like, tune out, right? Like, so I'm glad they're at least being transparent about that. They do that pretty frequently. If anybody's on
they said that it's just for the 007, right? Or is there more stuff?
Yeah, that's it. Sirens on my end. Okay. But if you're on our Discord, you'll see that one of our mods, Rypop, he keeps like close tabs on these things, and he was saying that he was basically saying to expect, based on Sony's history of doing state of plays in September. They always do one in September. It's usually later in September, and it's a normal state of play. Like they always have these like scattered shot, one-offs here and there. But so I think we should still be expecting a state of play later in the month, which is a more traditional state of play. And this is probably the first time I would expect to hear anything about Requiem. Right? It's very, very possible we won't hear anything about Requiem VR until like next year. Right, like maybe closer to the game's launch. But this is the very first time I would actually expect them to say anything about VR. So we'll see. We'll see. It may be too early, but we'll see what happens. Yeah. So sorry, Andrew. We'll talk about state of play when the next one gets announced. Probably in just another week or two. Probably 2 or 3 weeks. Looping the Underground Game Cat with the level 3 membership says, give me next games. Oh, here we go. Give me the next games from proven AAA, AA VR developers. Resident Evil 9, 007, Light No Fire, Gran Turismo 8. Yeah, I'm ready for it. It's time for another batch of hybrid games to be announced.
RE9 and Light No Fire would make me very happy. Yeah. I would love to see 007 as well. Is Gran Turismo 8? Why is that even being mentioned? Is that like even a thing?
No, I mean I don't even think there's rumors about GT8 yet. Maybe there are. I don't keep close tabs on that. But I mean, listen, if Polyphony puts out another Gran Turismo this generation, which maybe they will, maybe they won't. Things have changed over the years, and
they take a long time.
Yeah, remember what we got? Because we got 2 Gran Turismos on PlayStation 1. We got Gran Turismo 3 and 4 on PS2, and then 5 was PS. So we usually get 2 a generation. That's probably not right.
But we only usually get one good one a generation. One good one per generation.
Oh.
Except for PS1. Both of those were fine.
I want a lot. It says Neo Geo Evercade Kart is fire on the alpha. Mine got delayed until Wednesday, but Roadcraft DX showed up, and so I'll be playing that probably later today. We got Jason Ewing with the level 1 membership says, don't forget to thumbs up, everyone. Don't forget to thumbs up, everyone. Everyone get in line. You're all getting thumbs up. That's a weird way to say that, and I love it. AJ, we're going to get back to these tips in just a minute here, but I figure maybe we talk about some stuff, including what the hell is happening with Zombie Army VR. Essentially, they tweeted out this, and what did they say along with it?
They said tomorrow, and then shush.
I mean, they specifically have two people. It's almost, if it didn't already come with a co-op mode.
That's what I would think it is, right?
Right. You're like, oh, it's a co-op mode, great. But we already have co-op. I have no idea what they're teasing here.
Maybe 4-player co-op.
Yay!
Because I think the original Zombie Army game was 4-player. Maybe it's 2 more players are coming.
So you think having 4 silhouettes on the image would have been too transparent? Like it would have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm interested. Obviously this game, both of us were kind of like, not great on it. It's not, and I don't think it's a bad game. It just didn't really hook me in, and it didn't do anything to like really have an identity. It was the problem with it. It just felt like, just kind of running into a room, shooting zombies, and it was very basic, and didn't have enough style, didn't have enough like something to it. But I don't think it's a bad game, and I'm curious to see what this would be, if it's something else other than like 4-player co-op, if it's like content, DLC, special missions, something like that. If there was something separate, from the main campaign, I think I'd be interested in checking it out. But I'm pretty done with the main campaign, though. I was just like, I'm
going to say, I'm going to say it's something inconsequential. I'm going to say it's probably like crossplay or something, which I know is going to affect a couple people, right? I saw people going, "Oh, the only reason I didn't buy it yet because it didn't have crossplay." And I'm like, "Oh well." There are better reasons to not buy this game. I'm even less hyped on this game than you are. You weren't thrilled by it. I was so underwhelmed by it. I put it down and just said no. You can't. There's not enough money in the world to convince me to keep playing something that I actively dislike. I was so bored by the entire premise. There was nothing new or interesting, and it just in the co-op mode just felt like it was tacked on. Right, this is a game that like should have been designed for 2 players, and instead it felt like it was. It felt like I was bothering the game by playing with someone else, right? because all of the we talked about this excessively.
Yeah.
We don't talk about it anymore. And so essentially when they tweeted that out, I was like, and I don't care. So but for people who do care, hopefully it's something exciting. I'm just not interested.
Yeah, there's definitely people that care. I know there's a lot of people out there enjoying it, and I'm happy to see that.
Yeah.
I wish I could love every single game that comes out. I like a lot of games, like more games than probably the average person. But I just, I don't always like everything, and so I just not as vocal about those.
John Deline in the chat said, I checked the Affected the Asylum page, but it doesn't look like they're even around anymore. They don't respond to anyone's comments. Fallen Planet Studios has kind of gone a little MIA. But every so often, the CEO pops his head up and DMs me and says, hey, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, you okay? And he's like, yeah, more info coming. Like, they've just had their heads down for a while. And so Affected the Asylum is still coming, but they get sidetracked. And I think that's all I'm going to say, because I don't think I should say any more than that. But they're still around. And I'm assuming we should be hearing something from them soon. My assumption was that Affected the Asylum should be out this October, considering I think it was supposed to be out like 3 years ago. But they're still around. As far as I know, the last time he popped his head up, he was like, hey. And I'm like, hey. And it was all good. So, but yeah, they're a small team. So like, I don't think they have like a dedicated community manager or anybody that's, actively responding to comments or taking care of that side of the business. So patience. Twitcher says, we don't need another Gran Turismo. We just need more tracks and at least a couple more decent paying races. I 100% agree on the tracks. That is always the reason I want to get in and check out Gran Turismo, more so than the cars. My garage is not packed full of vehicles. Anytime they announce more vehicles, I'm like, these are just more cars that I'm not going to end up buying. But I do want to get back in there, man. Like Gran Turismo's dailies and weekly events are like a great reason to keep going back in. And the fact that I haven't been playing it like just really bugs me. So that'll change soon enough. I'm getting to it. All right, man. Hold on, we have more tips. Let's tackle the last couple tips, and then we'll jump into the sale. And we'll see how this goes. James Wolf with the Australian 5 says, thoughts on casual No Man's Sky gaming? Is it possible? And the release date of Aces going missing again. Oh my God, did it really? So okay, first and foremost, people were commenting on a recent episode of GamesCast when I was talking about being excited to get into No Man's Sky. Into Black had really scratched that itch, and I just wanted more. I wanted more upgrades. I wanted more things to buy. I wanted more things to grind for. I wanted more upgrade and progression systems. And now that my ship is fixed and Into Black, I want to take off and go explore the galaxy. And that's that's what No Man's Sky offers. And I'm going into No Man's Sky with a little bit of a different viewpoint, right? I'm going to No Man's Sky. Not with the expectation.
I love this new Brian, by the way.
Well, the thing is like, I think my complaints about No Man's Sky have always been the same thing. And despite everything they keep adding, it's not the game that like I generally go for.
Yeah.
However, Into Black and more surprisingly, Breath of the Wild recently, these are games that like that really it's not about. Or at least I don't think Breath of the Wild was beating the game. Right, it's just about existing in that world and slowly building up, what you have and what you can do and gradually getting better and and I have zero desire to finish Breath of the Wild, right? Like that, doing the Divine Beast stuff is like, I don't care about this. Like, I don't care about that at all. Like, walking around, finding shrines, upgrading my stamina, upgrading my health. It's just about existing in that world and doing what I want to do in that world. And No Man's Sky is that, is exactly that, except, to the 1000th degree. And so I feel like I'm going into No Man's Sky for the first time with a completely different, God fucking damn these sirens, AJ. I'm going to this.
Sirens on Bryans' end.
Like it is, dude. They're the worst. They're the worst.
I'm just like used to it now. Like it's probably much louder on your side. It wasn't that loud for me, but
it's much louder on my side. And listen, I respect the fact that like they're trying to get through traffic, and that's why they're putting on the sirens, and then they're doing their job, and right, and it's like it shouldn't make me upset, but they do this thing, dude. Especially the ambulances. Right? I don't know. I've never operated an ambulance, so I don't know how you turn the siren on, right? But it must be a button or something, right?
I've driven one in Gran Turismo.
Okay, but it must be a button or something where they activate the siren because what they do here isn't just, they don't just turn it on and let it go whoop, whoop. Like they don't let the sound. They go and because I'm not sleeping well, it goes through my skull like a fucking spear. Right? Like it just everything spooky's like, do you live near a hospital? No, dude, I just live downtown where like people die all the time. Like people are getting shot and shit, and like, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, his security for where he lives is just the natural habitat surrounding where he lives.
Yeah.
I thought I almost got shot while I was there. It was not good. It's rough area. Glad you're safe up, in your building.
Yeah. Anyway, so the point of my No Man's Sky tangent was about this whole casual thing, because people had commented like, "Oh, Brian, you should just go in and turn on the casual mode, right? You can go in and make it like this like beginner noob experience." And I'm like, no. If I'm gonna play No Man's Sky, I'm gonna fucking play No Man's Sky, right? And I'm gonna play it for 1,000 hours over the course of the next 5 years. Okay, like I don't want this. I don't want this like, this smaller scoped limited thing where I don't have to worry about currency or this. I want to get the full No Man's Sky experience. I want to review that. I want to review that and have a review ready for you guys in 2030. So
well,
what
if you say that, you better mean it, because the thing is there are like shortcuts to like get lots of money. Get all your resources, get the things you want. Those still take some time to do, like several hours. But I do like the convenience of having the setting. Like for very quick example, with the new custom shipbuilding, you can either go out there and, find salvage crates across planets, and you can dig them up and you get like a ship piece. You can and bring it back, and then you can like trade them in and try to like gamble for like ship parts. You can purchase like basic parts, or you can actually just go to the settings, turn it on creative mode, and you can literally just have the full ability to build that entire ship right there. And that's actually what I switched to. Like, even though but I know what you mean though, because that's the way I felt about No Man's Sky forever, was like, no, like I like the grind is part of the fun for me there. And in doing that, a couple roadblocks that you run into here and there aside, that's the fun. That's the kind of gaming experience I usually like, when you work for it and then you get, the reward for it. It is more satisfying, but there are some things I think you should cut some corners personally here and there, a couple here and there.
Listen, and maybe I will. Maybe that'll happen when I get the ball rolling on it. But I don't. That's not how I want to start. Right? I want to get the full experience, and
I would recommend that.
I'll adjust on the fly, and I see Dan Kiefer in the chat saying, "Brian, you don't have enough time." I have all the time in the fucking world. Right? This game has been out for years, right? No one's like, hey, where's the review, Brian? It's like, oh well, I'll keep you posted on the review. The review will be 5 years in the making. Maybe I'll have a review out by the time Light No Fire comes out. Who knows? But I've got all the time in the world. I spent 5 weeks playing Breath of the Wild. I got 120 hours in that game now.
Wow.
Right. It's like you make time for the things that you want to make time for.
Yeah.
And so that's that'll happen. That'll happen, and it'll just I'll keep you guys posted on my progress. But if anybody,
I still want to jump in with you
Yeah.
and just get you started with a couple things first.
I don't even see. I don't want that either, right? Because when I remember, I did a 12-hour, 24-hour Minecraft live stream. I actually did the same thing for when No Man's Sky got VR support.
Yeah, because then you still don't know what you're doing, and yeah, I know what you mean.
Right. I want to 100% make sure I get all of the basics down, and that I have that I know how to do everything on my own before I invite anyone else into my game. Because yeah, I really screwed up Minecraft for myself. I really screwed up No Man's Sky for myself when these games came out, because I didn't play them for myself. Other people came in and said, "Hey, here's a bunch of stuff," and then 12 hours later, I still didn't know how to do anything.
Yeah,
So,
there's some things that I think it's fine just to have people give to you, but yeah, I mean, half the time people look at guides for No Man's Sky anyway, so it's not like cheating. Like trying to figure some of this stuff out by yourself is either going to take you forever or it's just impossible. You need to have some kind of help, just assistance. I'm not saying
right.
let everyone do everything for you, but you need some guidance for the to at least be a little bit more efficient, not waste much time.
But that's another thing, right? Like I also want to have a clear understanding of No Man's Sky from like a new player's perspective. If some things aren't explained well, if some things are too difficult to grasp, that's something I feel like, as a person who's going to review this game eventually, is something I should understand, right? And like, and then be able to be that guy who's like, oh, hey, with this thing in particular and that thing in particular, like I struggle to understand it, and maybe you should get some help with that, or maybe I can help you with that. I don't want to take the easy way out for the sake of my experience. Anyway, the second half of James Wolfe's tip is about Aces of Thunder. And I listen. When we saw the Aces of Thunder release date change to, what was it, October 28th or something like that. It was like September 3rd, and then it was October 28th. I even put up a poll in our Discord and said, do you guys think this is just another fuck up? And a bunch of people voted, and it was right down the middle, 50-50. Half the people thought that this was just another PlayStation Store fuck up, and half of them thought, no, this is probably the official date. I just can't believe we're back in this situation, AJ. I shouldn't be surprised even in the slightest. But goddamn, the PlayStation Store sucks.
I mean, it's unfortunate, but even though the PlayStation Store has had some issues, you do realize that this is different than like every other time something like this has happened, right? Like there have been games that have actually released a little too early, and then there's been, games that pop up and leave, but this one was different because it's actually it's popping up on the store like it's that date that it actually was planned for release, and has the price, and then it just doesn't let you buy it. So yeah, I mean, listen, the first time this happened, it should have been pretty apparent from the second time this happened that this was the same thing happening again, because it was literally the exact same thing where it popped up, said it released on this day, said add to cart, $29.99. It's like it's already happened once. Why would you think that it would? Why would you? It's like the saying, "Fool me once," and then fool me. You just can't fool me again. No, but really, I'll tell you what the unfortunate part to me is that I see is that the problem is that not like I see comments online of people going like, oh, of course they're doing this. Like, of course they're the ones that are saying that this is the release date and whatever. It's like, no, like people are misinterpreting this as like Gaijin is announcing a release date, and then like pulling back on it and like delaying the game or something. And people are like getting upset about that. And it's like, guys, just like, listen, you're not going to be able to, make everybody happy, of course, but it's like, it'll be fine, man. Just let the game come out. Like they'll announce the game. They'll announce the game before they'll announce the release date before it drops.
Well, I mean, in a perfect world, yeah, right.
In theory,
but they've already screwed up so many times, and we've seen them screw up the actual release date so many times for so many different games that I wouldn't be surprised if we see yet a third release date show up, and then that one be the right one, and then 2 days later we get a launch release day trailer show up on the PlayStation YouTube channel, right? Like this has been such a joke. And I say World of Long Play says, but here's the thing, you guys are talking about Aces of Thunder. If this didn't happen, you might not be talking about it. So this isn't bad for the game. People are just fucking tired of this shit though. Like, right? And so like, and I've seen some, and I know most of the people who say anything like, oh, I was excited for this a year ago and now I'm not going to buy it. I'm pretty sure most of those people are still going to buy it. Right.
Yeah. Especially if it comes out and the reviews are good. Yeah, right. Absolutely.
But you know what? You know what's better than having a fucking ridiculous botched launch like this? And I say botched because it's just like stupid release dates and misinformation and just poor communication.
It's messy. I wouldn't say it's botched. I'd say it's very messy though.
Messy. You know what's better than a messy launch? I don't know, like Into Black. Like we've been talking about Into Black for 2 weeks straight, and it had a great launch, right? It had a nice smooth launch. The game was pretty much polished at launch, and the release date was the release date from the time they announced it until the time it came out, and everything was fine. Like that's what's better than a messy launch is a great launch. And so I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm sure Ace of Thunder is going to sell well no matter what, and I don't think us talking about it today is going to increase the number of sales that they get on launch day, whenever that might be.
Yeah, but I do think it's going to do really well just because, yeah, it's a highly anticipated game and for good reason. And I'm very excited about it. I'm really looking forward to it. I just don't want to play it on PC anymore. I want to play it on PSVR2 or on PS5. Yeah. But I'll work with what I got.
Awesome Tatum 1976 with the $5 says 5 more for AJ's PS5 Pro. Please look forward to it. Again, roundabout way to fund other people's hardware. What is happening?
Yeah, you're actually giving Brian money, but by the time that makes it between what Brian takes and what YouTube takes, yeah, I get like 25 cents of that.
Yeah, at the next GameCat meetup, I'll give Blue Jew $1 and I'll give you $2
and then we'll be squared away. No, but man, really though, I appreciate all the cats that are aggressively donating to me. Dude, it's gonna happen, man. It's inevitable at this point. Like I wish I could just go and buy it right now and cover the rest, but I have to wait a couple more paychecks at least. And but I think it's gonna happen, and I think it's gonna be really, really special once it does.
It's okay.
I'm gonna make sure it's special.
Yeah. Yeah, you finally have your own perspective on positional reprojection on Gran Turismo. You finally get to see No Man's Sky.
All I care about is No Man's Sky. All I care about is No Man's Sky.
You don't care about the dynamic shadows in Subside?
Subside? No, I don't. I don't care about that. I mean, the thing is, again, it looks so good on base PS5. This is what people I think sometimes fail to understand is like even No Man's Sky, in my opinion, looks really good on a base PS5. Yes, it could look better. It could look better. It's a little messy.
It could look better on the Pro, even with PSSR. I mean,
yeah. But I mean, like if I'm in No Man's Sky on a base PS5 and I'm like, God damn, like this is mind blowing, this is amazing, then I don't even know what's gonna happen when I get a PS5 Pro. That's like, I think it's gonna. I can't even fathom it. Like what it would look like but like even better. Like I don't know. I'm freaking out about it.
I am going to trust your perspective on it more than most. Because I think a lot of people were overreacting to the PSSR update, and I was like, yeah, there's something. But when you see it, I'm going to trust your opinion on it more than anybody else's. Although some of the cats do play quite a bit, and I've seen some really, really positive stuff coming from them. So, and I trust them as well too.
I think it's going to be it might be a small update for some people, but I think it's going to be a huge deal for me because it's also going from a base to a Pro, and then the PSSR on top of it. It's gonna be a pretty big difference for me. It's probably going to melt my mind, and when it eventually happens, yeah, I will definitely be sharing all about it.
Shapeshifter, the anomaly game cat with the 666 says, AJ, small contribution for that future PS5 Pro of yours. Glorious PSSR and MS for the masses.
Woo. Thank you. All of this money you guys are donating, by the way, is going to Brian, just so you know.
I mean, so yeah, like 30% of it's going to YouTube. Another 30% is going to taxes at the end of the year. And so, so again, yeah, there's about 40% left over.
Yeah. If you want to donate, I have a Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/PSVR_underground/tip. They'll tip 100% to me. Streamlabs.com/PSVR_underground/tip.
There you go. That's the official way. Put that link in the fucking chat, AJ. Like, if people want to donate to your PS5 Pro fund, and don't care about keeping the lights on over here, I'm just kidding. Then give them a direct link to do it, man. This is the most roundabout way to donate to you ever.
Okay. Are you still there? Okay.
Listen,
it got very quiet.
We talk a lot on the show. We laugh a lot on the show. Sometimes I yell. And so every so often a moment of silence just to kind of balance the entire show out is nice. GameCat Photonoter says, does the PS5 Pro improve PSVR1 games such as Squadrons? Dude, that's a really good question.
Oh, dynamic resolution. It should.
Yeah, it should. And it should make Dreams look even fucking better. So yeah. I haven't hooked up my PSVR 1 to my PS5 Pro ever. Chris Fortenberry with the $3 says, getting nervous about Resident Evil 9 and no VR announcement. Why? Why are you nervous, dude? Chris? We need more information. This is, again, I think the state of play that they haven't even announced yet at the end of September, or closer to the end of September, would be the first time we would ever hear about it. Great, because it's going to come from Sony. It's not going to come from Capcom. They've proven that again and again and again. It's going to come from Sony, not Capcom. And so this month's state of play, not this week's state of play, is the first time you would ever hear about it. And I'm not even 100% confident that that's the best time for them to do it. Maybe like at the beginning of next year, closer to launch, at a showcase or another state of play. So don't get disheartened. Don't throw in the towel if you don't hear what you want to hear, this month or next month. Be patient.
Yeah, I'm mentally prepared for both. Like I am mentally prepared to be in a situation where the Resident Evil streak has ended for a minute. I hope that's not the case, but I am preparing myself mentally because that would just be another one of those big disappointing blows to us that it would suck. It would hurt because it's like if everything went the way it was supposed to, then this would be like a given, but nothing is a given anymore. I mean, we saw that with like Astrobot and Astrobot's really the prime example I can think of where it's like, it's just nothing is a given anymore at this point. So I'm hopeful and there's still going to be amazing things to come to PSVR2 no matter what, like probably Light No Fire and other things. But yeah, I'm prepared for either way. But I this game having both a first person and a third person, I mean, it's like, come on, like the chances are. I like the chances. There's reason to be hopeful for it to come to VR. Absolutely, there's valid reason. Not only the first person or third person mode, the optional, that's great. The fact that it's the Resident Evil 7 director again, and like he loves like horror, and everything we've seen so far, it looks like this is going to be an actual horror game. VR makes everything scarier, and so there's that. And then on top of it, any interview you've seen with Capcom talking about PSVR2, they've said over and over, we're not done with VR. We have big plans for the future of VR, and it's like they've made no mention of bringing like things like Monster Hunter into VR.
right? Resident Evil seems to be the game that they care about getting into VR. And it's like, all right, well, if you have big plans for VR, for the future of VR, then like this seems like it, right? But give them time, man. Give them time. I do not expect. It's definitely not going to be day and date, right? It is not going to launch with a flat screen and VR mode. It's just not going to happen. I think the same thing's going to happen as RE4, where it's like, what, 6 months after launch, we'll get the VR mode?
Yeah. If I had to guess, I would think, sometime after launch, months, if we get the announcement.
Yeah. And there's been a lot of talk about like path tracing being like, oh, it's just too much for PSVR to handle. And that might be true, but like I'd be like, okay, well, we take a slight visual hit, right? Like path tracing is turned off for the VR mode. It's like these are things that are easily done. So anyway, don't lose hope yet. Don't lose hope yet.
Yeah.
We got plenty of months ahead of us of positivity before we even begin losing hope. So don't worry. AJ, we're going to talk about the sale, and there are literally 100 results when you in 3 different sales going on. So this is super important. There are 3 different sales going on, and all 3 of them end on different dates, but they all end between tomorrow and a week from now, right? And so
are we looking at all sales?
All sales.
Okay.
And so between all 3 sales that are happening right now and all ending at different times this week, if there's a game that you want on sale, you better grab it while you can, because the sale, or at least double check and see when the sale ends for each of these games, because this is your last chance to grab these. So, AJ, like I said, we're not going to tackle every single one, but I mean, almost everything across the top row, I think is a must have, right? No Man's Sky, which just keeps getting better and better and better, is 60% off for $24. I mean, absolute no brainer, right?
Yeah, and keep in mind for those who haven't started No Man's Sky that even though they've added like over 20 updates, they've redesigned the tutorial and the starting thing, and so it's not all like broken apart. Like it's all part of the main progression of the experience right now. So you can start in right now and get to learn a lot of the new things in the process of just following the beginning steps.
Right. And for anyone out there who's like, who bases, how much games should be sold for based on the number of hours you get out of it, you're basically going to pay a penny every 5 hours for this one.
But buy No Man's Sky. Yeah. Support the shit out of these developers, play it in VR so that they can get the data showing that VR players will get light no fire.
Yeah.
You're not going to have you're not going to have a lot more time to play No Man's Sky if you want to, because when Light No Fire comes out, that's going to start winding down.
Well, maybe.
I think so? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Dude, okay, yeah, in Resident Evil Village, obviously we've talked about this 1,000 times. It's $10. I don't know what else to say. Eddie, who in the chat hasn't bought Village yet? And if you haven't bought it, please tell me why you haven't bought it. Because for $10, AAA game with tons of replayability, this is the reason you own a PSVR2. And if you don't own it, then I think you're out of your goddamn mind. Please tell me.
Goodness, man,
right?
This sale is gonna make some of y'all broke. Myself included. Luckily I've already bought most of these over the years, but holy crap, there's a lot of good games on sale.
Behemoth for half price. Like, I mean, like fair share of complaints about Behemoth, but holy crap, man, some of those Behemoth battles are incredible. So memorable for $20. I mean, that's a no brainer. What else we got here? Let's keep it rolling.
Metro, $23.99. I'm all about Metro. Don't get that Hitman World of Assassination Part 1. It's only $5.99 unless you're just not sure that you want Hitman and you just want to play a little bit of it. You can play the first game for $6. That's not bad. But I would just wait for the full game to go on sale and get the full package of everything. But Metro Awakening, $23.99. Yes. Arizona Sunshine Remake, $14.99. Yes. $15 for Arizona Sunshine Remake.
Especially if you have someone to play with. That game is really fun in co-op.
Yeah, and I liked it a lot more than Zombie Army.
Oh my god, infinitely more.
Yeah. Walkabout Mini Golf.
It's only $5 off. Yeah. Undead Citadel's not on a massive sale. Maestro is great, but again, not a massive sale. Waltz of the Wizard, great, not a massive sale. I mean, I guess half price.
Maestro's, these are all pretty good prices, to be honest. But
yeah, they are. But with 100 games on sale, I figure we focus on the ones that are like, you better buy these now, right? Like Maestro will go on a bigger sale, or you'll see this sale again. Undead Citadel, you'll see a similar sale, I'm sure, next month or the month after.
Yeah, I haven't skimmed through this whole thing yet, so I don't actually know everything we're going to encounter. But yeah, I like Undead Citadel and I like Maestro here. But yeah, we'll continue looking. Avoid Firmament.
Avoid Firmament. Arizona Sunshine 2 is great, but like honestly, like I think remake was even better.
Yeah, definitely get remake instead of 2. Although 2 is not bad. It's just I don't think it's anything special.
Make sure you avoid Grand Rush VR. I don't care if you think it looks good. It doesn't. It's not. Don't waste your money. Oh, dude, your Zombieland that was featured in your video. Zombieland Headshot Fever is more than half price off right now. It's 55% off with Plus, making it like $11.
Get Zombieland Headshot Fever Reloaded. This is perfect time for that to be on that list. Yeah, that is awesome, man. I actually. I saw like the House of the Dead remake or House of the 2 remake came out. I've heard people are really disappointed in it. I'm a little curious to see. And I was like, you know what? Like we have like kind of like a very similar, I called it a comedic House of the Dead style game. It's basically like, a comedic version of that, but it's so good, man. It's so much fun. And I like it a lot. And I would highly recommend it from this. That one gets a 2 thumbs up. That's the 2 thumbs up so far. The little steel.
Paint the Town Red's less than $10, man. Like I hate the visual style in that game, but it's so clean in the headset. Like from a technical standpoint, it looks great. And I've only played the roguelite mode. I haven't even played the other ones, like the super hot mode or anything like that. But for under $10, you should definitely get that.
Yeah. I really like Paint the Town Red. I think it's really good. It's just, it's a game you can spend at least have a couple hours with, couple hours of fun with at the very least.
Yep. Bro, bring up people's questions from the chat verbally. You can. Yes.
Somebody asked if Wander's broken. Yes, Wander's still broken. Don't buy it yet.
Yeah, and also, somebody asked in the comment section of one of my videos asking if it's time to buy Wander, and it's not, man. Like there's still major updates on the way. They're behind schedule, which is why they're being really quiet. They're behind schedule, and there's a massive combat overhaul on the way too. So like legit, put Wander out of your mind until like next year, right? I guarantee you they're not going to get all these updates out before the end of the year, and so maybe February we swing back around to Wander again and see if they finally finish that game. The Seventh Guest, dude, I just watched Game Grumps play through the original Seventh Guest, like on PC, and it just brought back all these memories of me playing it, of course, but then also the VR version. And dude, for $12, fuck yeah,
it's such a cool game. Just from a technical perspective alone, I love the way it was designed. I need to go back and finish it. It's the kind of puzzle game that I struggle with the most, where it's just like, I don't know. There's something about it. I wasn't really crazy about it, but it was good. It was just like one of those where it's like, it's good, but it's not for you kind of things, which I really want to like it because it's like kind of horror themed and it's got the really cool like video stuff going on. It's got a good atmosphere. They updated it too at one point, so it looks better than it did at launch.
Yeah.
And I think it has like haptics, like better haptics now too.
Listen, the formula is not going to be for everyone. It's like you walk into a room and it's like, hey, there's a puzzle on this table and a puzzle over there on that table and a puzzle in this cabinet over here. It's not like it's not like it's an escape room style thing where everything's connected, or environmental puzzles. You literally walk up to something and then you solve a puzzle, and you walk up to something else and you solve a puzzle. But it's still enjoyable.
The hint system kind of broke it for me, to be honest with you. But
wait. Why? Because you couldn't hold back? You couldn't resist using the hints?
Because I couldn't find what the puzzle was. Like I couldn't figure out where the puzzle was. And then I tried to use the hint to find at least where to get started. And then it like ended up solving it. And it just goes ping, and it was like done. And I was like, well, fuck. Yeah. I completely missed an entire puzzle because of that. And that frustrated me.
Yeah, I agree with you. I do think that the coin system should have given you hints like it does, like a tier system in like the Room VR Dark Matter. That would have been better.
Yeah.
Instead, it just solves it for you, and you're like, wait. What was the reason? How did it?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I only did it once. I think like only once or twice throughout the entire game did I use a coin, and I really regretted having done it. But I was like, I got to review this thing, dude. Yeah. Mutant Boxing League VR. I still think this is better than Creed. I think this is the best physical boxing workout game in VR. It looks great. I love the opponents, how they look. It was massively overpriced at launch. It was like $35, and now it's like under 14 with plus.
If you want a fitness game, this is the number one fitness game to buy. Nice. I do not like the way this game looks. Like graphically, the graphics are fine. I think the characters are some of the ugliest characters ever. They certainly are mutants, and they're unattractive. And I don't like this game like visually, but those mini games and the boxing mechanics are really good too. The boxing is so much fun, and the mini games are amazing. And it is such a good workout. I burned a lot of calories playing this game, and I was having a lot of fun doing it. I would definitely recommend it as a workout game.
Yeah, I think maybe more than the character designs. I like the animations. Like it was really fun and fluid. Anyway,
yeah, agreed.
So I Red Matter 2. It is on a great sale. Like it's almost half price, $17. One of the best looking games on PSVR2, again from a technical standpoint. Make sure you play Red Matter 1 first. It's a nice little progression from the first one to the second one. But I don't know. I'm looking for games that are like seriously cheap right now, so I'm skipping a lot here.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip some of these. Dude, Paper Beast for $3.74. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
I'll give it to you. I didn't think the PSVR2 update looked all that great. I thought that they could have done a lot better job with like the resolution and why didn't they give us full locomotion? Like this is your chance to.
There is full locomotion.
Did they?
That's why. Yes, that's why I like it so much more. It's like so much more immersive. It was like my biggest complaint about the original was that it didn't have full locomotion. The graphics are not like top notch. They are better than the original, but yeah, the graphics aren't like top notch. They're solid though. But dude, the full locomotion is such a game changer. $3.74. Give them that $3.50.
That's crazy. That is absolutely insane how that has left my brain, because obviously that was something we talked about when it first launched, and like it has left my brain entirely. So well, hey, listen, give them the $3.50. $3.50.
2 thumbs up for Paper Beast. $3.74. 2 thumbs up.
I'll give you 1 thumbs up. It's all right. The Mara sucks. I will say
really?
That. Yeah, when you're underground after that beginning part, the Mara does suck. And I'm not somebody that like really complains about Mara that much.
Yeah, so, hearing you say that.
Yep.
Crazy. I don't think I've ever heard you see it.
Listen, I hate saying this, but I would rather give my $3.74 to Kill It With Fire VR.
No,
at least I just enjoyed it more. Like I didn't think Kill It With Fire was a great game either.
No.
Okay.
Kill It With Fire. Kill it with fire with fire. Oh my gosh, it was so bad.
But listen, I do love the developer of Paper Beast, and I want him to keep making games. Why can't I remember his name? He's a developer of Out of This World, Eric Chahi. Thank you.
And Heart of Darkness, baby.
Yep. Dude, Galaxy Kart's only $10. Get it? There's so much content in Galaxy Kart, and you play that thing single player, you play it with multiplayer. Fucking come join us. Come play with us. If you don't like it, just play it with us. Maybe you'll have more fun.
Big strong thumbs up for Galaxy Kart, and another strong thumbs up for Puzzling Places, maybe.
Where's Puzzling Places? Did I miss it?
It was above.
Oh, is this after
Paper Beast.
Yeah, $10 for Puzzling Places, and it looks stunning. They put it into a new engine, and it looks incredible.
Yeah, that's right. They upgraded it to UE5.
Yep.
Man, there's so many good games on sale.
I know.
Dude, Hellsweeper is $13.99 again for the deluxe edition. So you get the sweet ass wolf. Dude, this was my number one most underrated game. because like, yeah, it's absolutely incredible.
Yep.
That combat, the Matrix and Devil May Cry combination of that combat is just mind blowing. It's also a really good looking game. And it doesn't even get credit for some of the things it does like 10 times better than some other games like Dismemberment. You remember how you said you really love those chakrams?
Yeah.
When you got those? Yeah. Those are amazing for like the dismemberment of demons. Nice. Holy crap. It looks so cool using those and just watching them just tear them to pieces. It is so sick, but dude, the Hellsweeper, 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, and if anybody like, if we're doing our best to like do this like quickly, but if anyone like has a serious question about one of these games and say, "Oh, is this worth it for this price?" Let us know in the chat, and we'll try to cover the games that you guys want us to. Listen, I think Snow Scout's very charming, right? Definitely watch my review first to see if it's for you. And I think the skiing in it's really good. I think it's a fun little resort simulator. But I think for $12, man, like I think that's the right price.
Yeah. There's something about it that I wish it was like a little bit better, but it is kind of cozy. Like if you want a cozy game, I think it's a great cozy game. Yeah. But I'm only gonna give like maybe a small recommendation. I like it though, but I have trouble recommending, Brian. And this is kind of like with my underrated games list too. I have trouble recommending stuff that I like had trouble finishing. Like if a game is hard for me to finish it, then I have a hard time saying you must buy it.
Yeah. And that's totally understandable. That's exactly why I don't recommend Zombie Army, because I just so bored I couldn't finish it. Snow Scout, I was invested in. In fact, Snow Scout was so buggy prior to launch when I was trying to review it. Right, I was like their beta tester, essentially reporting bugs to them every day. Despite the fact that it was so buggy and that I had to replay sections again and again and again, it didn't stop me. Right, like I wanted to push through. Like I wanted to see like where does the story go, and it made me want a Snow Scout too, because I want them to take the formula and make it bigger. Like I want something a little bit more Firewatchy, like which is what they were going for. I want something more Firewatchy, and so maybe someday.
Okay, now I'm like skipping lots of games.
Skip away.
Okay. The Epic Roller Coasters bundles that are on here.
Yeah.
It's kind of tricky, but if you, I would get the super roller coaster bundle, the Fantasy Thrills bundle, and the amusement park bundle. But then also, this is like basically a whole video I had, but then also I would get the Hyper Cart for 99 cents, which is a cart that just does all the rides faster. And then you also need Dynasty Dash, which is $2. And then you need Brazilian Dunes, I think it's called, for another $2. It all ends up coming about the same price as that Game On bundle. But I think you save like a couple dollars and you get like better stuff overall.
Looper's wondering if Mare is any good. I think it is. But like, is this
I didn't hate it.
Sale? Yeah,
I wasn't in love with it, but I was kind of enjoying it. That's actually made from the Ico people, right?
No.
Oh, it just looks like it. Okay.
Yeah, it just looks like a clear inspiration. And if I'm wrong, somebody please correct me. And that was my major reason for enjoying it, was just like taking in the sights. It's you're directing a character where to go and stuff. So that's never great, right? But yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I don't think this is the greatest sale for it ever. It should have been $20 at launch, and now it's only on sale for like $16.24. It's like maybe wait for $10, but it's good. It's good. Like worthy of a Brian bite when I finally get around to getting caught up on some of these games. Also, Cosmo Dread, not on the biggest sale ever, but it's 30% off with Plus, and so that brings it down to about $10. Great way to kick off spooky season if you haven't gotten it yet. I know AJ doesn't like it because the port's a little questy, but it's still a great game. What else we got? I'm on the next page.
Yeah, I was looking at Border Bots and I'm like, that's.
It looks great in the headset. Like it's that. I mean, it looks really good in the headset. I was actually really surprised because it just runs so smooth and in such a high resolution. But I got about 2 hours, 3 hours into that game, and I started losing interest.
Yeah, that's same. Okay, here you go. Here you go.
What is it?
Masternoid for $8.99.
Hell yeah.
I would highly recommend that.
And it's only $7.50 if you got Plus.
Wait, it says yeah. Okay, yeah, $7.50. I mean, I if I'm being honest, I wish it was a little bit cheaper because it's a very small, simple game.
Sure.
But the whole point is I really like Masternoid. I think it's cool.
Yeah. No, I do too. Beautiful game. And very, very zen-like. Just kind of sit there and just fire this ball back and forth. It's good though. It's great.
Well, the rest of the sale kind of petered out a little bit faster than I thought it would.
Holy shit. Yeah, it did.
Yeah. So that's actually not, so it was just kind of front loaded. So of course, yeah. Is there anything else before we kind of recap?
No, I mean, I'm really happy that the Corridor VR developers heard us complain about reprojection and then said, oh, well then I'll just make it 120 hertz native instead of reprojected, and now it runs super smooth. But again, that's more of a $10 game than a $20 or $16 game.
Yeah. Somebody's asking, Looper's asking about Encircled. Is that the Frost Earth Studios game?
Dude, I don't even know. I've never even played it, but it's so funny that anytime the conversation of like what games sell better on PSVR2, this game comes up and it's like, no one's ever heard of it. No one's heard of it on PSVR2. No one's heard of it on Quest. And it's like, this game is sold better on PSVR2 and I've never even fucking played it. That's all. This is
not what I thought it was. There's a couple games that I got like confused, but I might have to check this out. I feel like one of these games, these obscure looking games, like actually looked kind of good, but I don't remember which one it was. It might have been Encircled. Okay, so yeah, that so the must buys. Mm-hmm. Listen, you should already have No Man's Sky, Village, Hitman, Metro, like Behemoth and stuff, Arizona Sunshine Remake.
Seventh Guest.
Yes, Seventh Guest must. Zombieland, Headshot Fever must. Mutant Boxing if you wanna work out. Galaxy Cart, that's a great price. House Sweeper, in my opinion, is a must. Paper Beast, absolute must. Paper Beast probably gets my golden buzzer here. Because it's $3.74 and it's not a perfect game. But it does have some impressive physics. And it is a nice, like artsy kind of game. Like I like creative games from time to time. And I think and the PSVR2 version eliminated my biggest complaints from the PSVR1 version, which was teleport only, which really took me out of it. And yeah, it's got a couple moments that are kind of stale, but it also has some really special moments too.
All right, now that we're kind of going back a little bit, Waltz of the Wizard is a possibility here. It's only about $10 with Plus. It highlights, hand tracking. It highlights voice recognition. So if you want something that like really, shows off the, what you can do with the headset, I think this is good. It was a free upgrade from the PSVR1 version too. So if like you happen to own it on PSVR1, you probably already own this and might not even know it. It looks great in the headset. Super crisp, super clear.
I think Puzzling Places is worth checking out too.
Yeah,
Puzzling Places is like, it's not, I'm sorry, but Puzzling Places is like, yeah, it's not something you're like super hyped about, but right. You just start playing it and you have a good time, right? Like that's kind of how it goes for me. It's like the last thing I want to be doing is putting jigsaw puzzles together in VR. It's not why I play VR, but then I play it and I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. I have a hard time going back to it.
You play it multiplayer now, right? And that was a massive improvement.
Yeah, I do have a hard time when there's so many games. It's like it is like bottom of my priority list, but it doesn't change the fact that every time I go in there, I have a good time.
Quick shout out, Maestro. Maestro's kind of our new Beat Saber. I came, not an amazing sale, but it's super It's 35% off with Plus, so you may want to consider that. I saw somebody in the chat talk about Last Labyrinth and Tale of Onagoro. Tale of Onagoro, I think, is really good. Maybe a little bit overpriced in the sale, but Last Labyrinth is... Man, I love horror. I do. And like, I like escape rooms. I like puzzle games. This should be right up my alley, but using that laser pointer to direct the girl to what you want her to do, and then having to like nod your head yes when she goes, "This over here," you're like, yeah, fucking do it, dude. Like, our lives are in danger, right? There's actually some really great moments in that game, but it's not worth the hassle to get through to see them. Sadly.
God, it was awful. It was awful to play, basically. Yeah. Everything else was okay, but it was so awful to play, which is a problem. Tale of Onagoro, yeah, I played it on PSVR 1 actually, late gen, and I liked it. I did like it actually.
Yep.
20, like you said, 24 is it's pricey, but I actually enjoyed it for cool little anime inspired kind of. It's not anime, is it?
Yeah, sure.
Does that count as anime? It kind of is.
Let's roll with it.
It's not really anime, but it's kind of it's like more like that 3D video game kind of anime, not like 2D cartoon anime, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's like puzzles with guns. There's boss fights.
I like boss fights.
Yeah, and some of it like I was like a little underwhelmed with, but I actually was pretty happy with it overall.
Yeah, massive step forward over Last Labyrinth. I was happy to see them kind of progressing in the VR space.
Definitely.
Emily Baxter was asking about Organ Quarter, and that is, it's a love it or hate it kind of game. I loved it. It's very, very Silent Hill inspired. Even the NPCs you run into talk like like they're in some different world than you are. Like it's all very like. It's very trance-like states and very confusing, but I really, really enjoyed it. Like once you get outside and like the whole town opens up, you're like, oh, I'm kind of like in a small open world here. For the price, I think it's pretty good.
Seems kind of pricey.
It is. It's like $17 or something like that. It's like, okay.
Yeah, like if you like, if it was like $10, maybe I'll try that again on spooky season.
Dude, I need to update my review on that because when I reviewed it, like the map system was broken. Like every time you used it, your hand would get further and further and further away from the map, and it was impossible to use. You're like, and the maps, like the custom map stuff, the fact that you're mapping out everything on your own, you're creating the Silent Hill maps while you go. That's one of the coolest parts about that game, and it works now. And so like I think it definitely deserves a better review score. It is janky horror though. Tatum's right. Be aware.
It is very janky. It's janky looking and it's janky playing.
Yeah, it looks like you're playing like a PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 game from the inside. It's like,
yeah,
pretty rough. I want to talk to Samson with the $5 tip. Says sales. Picked up my first physical VR game this week, Skyrim for PSVR 1. Hell yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
That's a good one. I'm very tempted to go and splurge on Amazon and get some perp games. They've got like Crossfire, VR Skater. What I really want is VR Skater, Madison, and they got a couple really good ones actually. I'm really tempted, and I might have to bite it and the bullet and grab some perp games off Amazon.
You might have to bite it. AJ, it's been so long since we've done a normal show. I don't even know whose turn it is for 4-minute challenge.
I have no idea either. Why has it been so long since we've done a normal show?
Dude, because Friday was me, and then last Monday was Jammy, right?
Oh yeah,
like, right. And so like we've been a little bit all over the place when it comes to
I don't think I've picked a game for a while, so why don't I pick one and you entertain the chat for a second.
Entertain the chat. Oh my goodness. Let's see if the chat's worth entertaining. Red Rover, the effing game kept $2 tip says Dargans. AJ knows. We all know
Dargans
is
I wanted to make my Dargan ship, Red Rover. I'm working on it. Give me time. It's hard. I'm definitely not skilled like some of these other builders.
Okay, Looper says it is your turn, so that works out perfectly.
Okay.
Welcome BR Mets to level 2 membership. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. You guys are awesome. I also want to give a quick little shout out to everyone who watched Friday's show, which was just me. I don't do solo shows very often, but I did one on Friday, and it was, I don't know, like therapeutic, man. Like we talked about a lot of stuff. We talked about, we talked about games, obviously, but man, we got real personal, and we talked about like life and death and all sorts of shit. And man, I walked away from Friday's show being like, just like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders, and the response to it, all you guys out there, were like, this was great. We want to see more of these. And so I don't want to overdo it, right? But once every couple months or something like that, I think will be great. And I'm looking forward to the next one. So next time one of my coworkers drops the ball, maybe we'll do another one.
Oh my God. Dan Keeper just gave me the greatest idea in the world. Make a beanie ship. Just a giant flying beanie. I think that's probably very doable. That's amazing. Okay, I have a game.
This is interesting. Loopy said the last time AJ picked a game was August 11th.
Yeah, it feels like forever.
It's been a while. All right, you guys know how this works. AJ's picked a PSVR 1 or PSVR 2 game, and we only have 4 minutes but an infinite number of yes or no questions to figure out what game it is. So make sure you guys help me out. Suggest good questions I should ask in the chat, and then based on the answers we get, suggest good games that it might be.
What's the streak? It's 2. Okay, thank you, Looper.
Wait, we have a winning streak of 2?
Yep.
Oh, hey, look at that. I don't even remember winning any.
Make this streak continue, Brian.
That's too much pressure. This isn't going to go well. All right, you guys, let's fucking go. I'm going to put up 4 minutes on the clock up on the counter the way that Jeremy likes it. On your mark. Get Dez. Ooh, my ice maker's working. That's good. It's the loudest thing in this apartment. Go. Is it on PSVR 1?
No.
Okay, wow, that's interesting. Is it a PSVR 2 exclusive?
No.
Can you
wait?
Yeah. He's AJing the fuck out of it, guys. Sorry. Second question. Shit's going downhill fast.
Shit.
Okay. Is it? You figure that out. Is it a hybrid game?
No.
Okay. Can't play it flat screen. Did this developer made more than one PSVR 2 game?
Yes.
Oh.
I think it technically is a PSVR 2 exclusive game. I think good. Technically. I'm not 100% sure on that.
You can stop talking about it. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going with it. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Cool. Do you ski in this game?
No.
Okay. Did we mention the game's name today?
Did we? Yes. Yes.
Oh, interesting. All right, so this is a PSVR 2 game. It might be exclusive, and the developer has made other PSVR 2 games, which is crazy. That brings us down to like legit like 5 games on the store. Tim says, "Do you shoot zombies? Do you shoot zombies?"
Yes.
Is it a rail shooter?
No.
Oh, okay. Let's knock this out. Is it based on a franchise?
Yes.
Okay. We know it's not Zombie Army because that came out to all headsets. We know it's not Arizona Remake because that game came out to all headsets. Let's get. It was by Vertigo Games.
No.
Okay, that knocked out a bunch of games too. Yeah, it can't be Zombieland. Zombieland is 100% a rail shooter.
No, it's not.
Can you walk around freely?
You have teleportation.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's no teleportation.
No, I know, and it's on rails.
That's
okay. Listen, I'm glad I said that out loud then because I was totally willing to move right along. Cool. Is it is it based on the Zombieland movies?
Yes.
Is it Zombieland Headshot Fever Reloaded? I believe is the full title.
That is correct, Brian. Released at launch And 2/22/2023 by XR Games Limited. What happened to you, XR Games? Yeah, man. The node teleportation, not rail shooter game.
I mean, the nodes are on a rail. Like you can't teleport anywhere. It's a straight line.
You're not moving though. You teleport. Yeah, you teleport. You look at the node and then it teleports you and you stay there. It's a rail shooter. Is you're like moving on a rail.
All right.
Right?
I want to hear from the chat because I can see this both ways. I will say, however, that like I do feel like I do feel like you're against me on this. I'm always trying to help you get to the answer, and you're trying to keep me from getting to the answer, which is my biggest problem with your response to that question.
A rail shooter is like Pistol Whip or Dext or Gazzlers.
No, I get it, but like Null Zero says, that's like saying Time Crisis isn't a rail shooter because you can crouch. Wait, it's definitely, I wouldn't call it a wave shooter. Wave shooter definitely implies more of like you're locked inside an area and you're either stationary or like you're stuck inside like an arena. Interesting.
Can you put a poll? Is Zombieland a rail shooter?
No, because I just want to read people's comments.
Because I think in my definition, yeah, I mean, is Time Crisis a rail shooter?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. You don't have freedom of movement. You don't have control over where you're going next. It is taking you on a predetermined path.
This one, you do have control over it, though. That's the difference. This is, yes, it's structured the same way as a rail shooter, but it's actually, you're choosing paths. You're selecting the nodes and you're choosing different paths and you're choosing when to go. So to me, it's node teleportation. But I get the mix up. I get why it could be considered either one.
Oh, Looper says it's only branching in the final level.
But you still each one though. It doesn't matter, branching or not. Each node you have to go to it. It's not just kill all the enemies and you go, and it forces you. You have to select it.
All right, I'm putting up.
It's part of the gameplay. It's part of the gameplay of like keeping the speed going.
Okay, I'm putting up a poll because I am curious because again I see it.
I've always had this distinct thing about rail shooters being you have zero control. It takes you for a ride.
All right, start poll. You guys only have a couple minutes to vote, so everybody vote. If you played the game, let us know what you think. Is Zombieland Headshot Fever a rail shooter?
I think it's an arcade shooter. I think it's definitely an arcade shooter, light gun style shooter. But again, like rail shooter is Pistol Whip.
That's a good question. GameCat Photo Notice says, "Can you go backwards?" I don't remember being able to go back on the path.
I don't think you can go backwards. I think that's Vendetta Forever that you can go backwards. But I've always
says it's a rail shooter. Emily Baxter says it's not a rail shooter.
It's kind of 50-50 is what
Ian
it seems
Stanbridge
like.
says it is a rail shooter.
Actually, if we're going by the poll, it's 59-41. 60-40 says no.
Right, we'll check back in with this poll after in the post credit scene. In the meantime, we got Wild Hour, the game. Hold on a second. I got to backtrack a little bit more here. We got Dan Keeper with the $5 tip says for the USS Bina Prize. Is it strange? But I know this is not. Thank you for the tip, Dan. I was saying something about having not really been into Star Trek on Friday's show since like Next Generation, or I guess Voyager, a little after the fact. And everybody told me to check out Strange New Worlds. Is that like a universally enjoyed series?
Not that I was aware of.
Oh, okay. Because I'm curious, man. Like I
Dexter Resurrection, good.
So how far have you? No spoilers.
I'm caught up.
Are you all caught up?
Ooh. I'm all caught up, and it is fucking awesome.
I'm about 2 episodes behind, so I got to get caught up a little bit. But yeah, it is so good. Whoever's writing that is like really cares about the Dexter franchise. Like they are a fan of that series. Is it the original writers? Is the original writers back? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Wild Hour, the Game Cat with the 1266 says, no, not with the 1266, with the Australian 5 says, No Man's Sky is #1 bestseller on the Australian PlayStation Store PSVR2 list. Good job, Hello Games. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. This is something people were asking, like, how does how does Hello Games put out all these free updates? It's because I think it's because of all these free updates that they're getting this, free publicity, and they're just constantly, with their updating their game. People are buying it. People are still buying it. Remember, you got to remember that Grand Theft Auto 5 was the #1 best-selling game on the sales charts for the PS3 generation, for the PS4 generation, and for a good chunk of the PS5 generation. Right? That game just sold again and again and again and again, and Hello Game seems to be on a similar, if not smaller, version of that trajectory. It's good stuff.
Well, Zombieland not being a rail shooter is winning.
Post-credit scene.
Post-credits. We cue the cat. We don't do any post-credits after we cue the cat.
Oh my God. Is this your first day?
Or do we?
Yes, we always do.
I mean,
we always do.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. We usually do it until I almost pass out, and then. But it is close, though. It is very close.
Strange New Worlds is the most popular Trek in years, set just before TOS. Brian, and you don't like TOS. Yeah, but I don't like TOS because of what? I just didn't like the acting. It's rough.
What is TOS?
I'm assuming the original series.
Oh.
Okay. As opposed to like Next Generation. TNG. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Cool, guys. Let's get out of here. Thank you, everybody. This is a fun show, and really happy that we went through that sale. Found some nice picks for everybody. Thank you, everybody, who supports the channel, whether it's financially over on patreon.com/withoutparolegames, or by being a member over here, or by tipping during the show. It all makes a world of difference. You have no idea. So I appreciate you all very much. But money's always secondary, maybe even tertiary. So thank you for just being here, being part of the community. Come join our Discord. Click the link in the description below. And if you're not subscribed to AJ, you should be. Hit the link for PSVR Underground in the description as well. Go subscribe to his channel. Go watch his Hidden Gems video if you haven't already. Make sure you click like and subscribe and all that silly YouTube nonsense. And honestly, we love you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for helping out during 20 questions. Thanks for shooting the shit while we shoot the shit. And even if you sit back and watch the show, don't say a goddamn word. Don't worry. We know you're out there. And we love you just as much. It's Monday, AJ.
Keep the motherfucking cat, Brian, because I want to say, see you guys on Wednesday to Silver Nexus. Says, take care, be merry, and game on. Congrats. Scott, the PSVR Game Count for Life. Great show, gentlemen. Great chat. Cheerio, my friend. Thank you so much. I agree. Oopie. Oh, the power. Yes, Oopie. I feel the power. Appreciate you always bringing the heat. Game Heart _ Mad 00 Vegan says, Brian, make a Streamlabs account. Emily Baxter # Cartoony Witch 1805 says, cue the PS5 Pro AJ on rails. Shapeshifter the Anomaly Game Cat. Later, folks. The Finner PSVR2 Old School Game Cat in the house. What up, homie? Guys on fist bump to you. RS250. I really don't like these alternate tags things that YouTube does. It's making this much more difficult.
Yeah,
Dan Kiefer, thanks so much. Chris Forthenberry. Mm-hmm. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of Forthenberries. Do you remember that?
Oh,
Dead Ringer 28. Zombieland is on quest. Yes, but not Zombieland Headshot Fever Reloaded.
I'm telling you guys, he's against me. He doesn't want me to win.
Reloaded does not. I did not see it on Steam. I did not see it on Quest, but I did see it on PSVR 2. It's an exclusive. Oh, Chrome to the Dome Colossus says, AJ, you're in charge of finding out if PS5 Pro improves dreams. Yes, mission accepted, sir. Old Darth, bye-bye. Colin Loves, thank you so much.
I want to point out, Flippy Nuggets in chat says, Zombieland is literally defined as an on-rail shooter, in quotes, on-rail shooter on Steam. Work it out, people.
Okay. You know, Yeah, I could see. I think the reason I didn't think so is because the node mechanic,
Sure.
you have to select to when to go to the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that threw me off, but I actually think I do agree that it is technically a rail shooter. It's definitely inspired by rail shooters. Yeah, I get it. Like I get it. Are we ready to look at the poll?
No, I'm waiting for a few more people to vote yes, because it's slowly
It's
swinging
so
back
close.
in my direction.
But I get it. I get it.
How much longer can we drag this out for and just get a couple more votes to say yes?
JP Westmus says, "Oh no, so what's wrong, JP? It's gonna be okay, man." Rail shooter versus
votes. What is happening? There's
rail
only a third of you
shooter
are voting
versus
in this thing.
Is it creepy? Tough debate.
Yo, that is true. When I saw that comment, I was like, yeah, this is creepy all over again. In a Zombieland Headshot Fever creepy? It's like, it's zombies, but is it creepy? I don't think so. That's a tough one. Like, what would your answer be if I asked, is it creepy during 20 questions?
It's technically supposed to be, but it's not.
Is it supposed to be? These are fucking cartoon cell shaded zombies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if creepy's I wouldn't say creepy. No.
All right, we can talk about the poll again. It's
it's 50-50.
No.
Well, now it keeps going back and forth. Okay, listen, it's
every vote counts. Every vote counts.
Oh my God.
Come on, you guys.
It keeps going 50-50 and then 51-49. Like constantly. Oh, it's changing. Now that I changed my mind, it is swaying others
back in my direction. Okay, here it is, hey guys. It was 71 votes on record. We're ending the poll. Everyone agrees, AJ. Everyone agrees that yes, it is.
Bullshit. That's bullshit. I think it's fair to really have a debate for either one. Like I think you could argue either way, but I do think it's technically, dude, it should be. I think the world would be a better place if we just accept that it's a rail shooter, even if it has some things that are technically a little bit different than your traditional rail shooter.
Yeah, listen, I'm playing this up. I think it's funny more than anything else. But that was great. Looper the Underground Gamecast says, "Okay, I voted from all 5 of my accounts. Don't. So did I."
Yeah, it's okay for all those that stuck with me. I think I appreciate it, but I think we'll let them take the win here and let. I think it's decided it's a rail shooter, and I'm okay with that.
Shapeshifter says majorities are dumb by default. Yeah, exactly. That's why Dave Matthews Band is so fucking overrated.
There's a Twisted Metal from the TV show. There's a Twisted Metal reference that I really can't wait for you to see that part.
Oh, great! I only said the thing about Dave Matthews because I'm assuming that Tatum's still here somewhere.
Oh, does he like it?
Yeah.
Awesome Tatum.
All right, let's get out of here, man. Salvador says our skateboards vehicles.
Why can't you like good things? There's good stuff too, Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah. I just can't wait to hit the end stream button.
Yeah.
Let's go. Good night, everybody.
Button?
We love you.